Good afternoon, everyone. I want to thank you for coming out to our weigh-in this afternoon. We are Wild West Bass. This is qualifier for Pro-Am Series, our fourth event and final event for 2021. Had a good year. Got all our tournaments in. That's a plus. We didn't know if that was going to happen or not in January, but we're proud to be here. Got great weather. Other than the temperature, it's a lot cooler today than it has been the first 2 days. I want to thank all the folks watching at home on our live feed. Again, thank you for joining us out there. Got a few folks I want to thank this week. We could not be here without their help. Obviously, visit Tri-Cites here. Hector is over here in the back in the green shirt. Got some books over here in the local economy here, local community. If you like to know some information, where to stay, the community is outstanding. It's been great to us, as always, all the hotels, restaurants, and the facility here at Columbia Point Park, one of the best in the country, as I've said before. This, again, is a Pro-Am. This is day 3. Everybody fished 2 days. We had 67 boats start. About 5:30 on Friday morning. They fished yesterday again. We took the top 10 pros, top 10 co's. They're fishing today for a lot of money here, a little over $12,000. First place on the pro side. Co-anglers fishing for $5 grand. And we pay 13 places. Again, the top 10 are fishing today. We'll do what we call hot seat. We're going to weigh our co-anglers first. We'll crown a champion. We'll crown an angler of the year for 2021. We'll go to the pros as well. While they're coming up, we'll crown our 2021 pro angler of the year, and we'll start weighing our pros. We'll get done. We'll have a champion standing here last on stage for these beautiful trophies over here that anybody would be proud to own, without a doubt. We could not be here without our national sponsors. Also, locally here, we had Sportsman's Warehouse host our registration and check-in on Thursday night. Thanks to those folks. Our anglers went inside, spent a lot of money with those folks, and we're very gracious that that happened. Our national sponsors, of course, Bridgeford Foods, Bass Cat Boats, Mercury Marine, Garmin, Hook Performance Fishing, Super Clean, Yamamoto Custom Baits, Fitzgerald Fishing, Torch Eyewear, Power Pole, P-Line, Duo International, Wu Tungsten, Wood Brothers Flooring, Buck Knives, Lure Lock, Valley Fashions, Bob's Machine Shop, Ben Green Insurance, Boatmasters, Genesis Graphics, Daniel Hernandez Laser Art Engraving, Limit Out Marine. Special shout out to Nixon's Marine for helping these anglers stay on the water this week. Will and his crew out here does an excellent job and always supports us when we come to town. Again, we could not be here without them. Our co-anglers are headed up here shortly. Tell you about the first 2 days. Ronald Mace is leading on the pro side with 38-16. Had a little incident this morning. Justin Campbell in second place, 37-79. Called me about 4 o'clock this morning. Couldn't go today. Sick. Very sick today, man. So hopefully he's going to be okay. Didn't want to take a chance getting in the boat with somebody in this heat, so he gave up his spot. We usually go down the qualifying list. And the first angler I called, Jake Boomer, he's actually back at home in Spokane. Tried to get Mr. Clint Johansson, who finished 12th. Couldn't get a hold of him. And we got Jacob Anderson 10 minutes away, got his boat down here in time, started on time to get his co-angler fishing today. So luckily that happened. That happens very rarely. Again, we hope Justin's fine. Those of you do know him. Third place, Travis Whitney, 34.98. Gene Beatty with 30.95. David Crom with 30.81. We've got the standings posted up here. You won't see Jacob Anderson on that board. He is in 13th place, but he is only 10 pounds out of first place, so you never know what could happen. On the co-angler side, Luke Wilson, also leading our angler of the year right now as well, but he's leading this event, so he's trying to lock that up. He had 26.06. Jody White in second, 24.7. Fred Pearl, 24.4. Richard Alcantar, 24.09. And Scott Hellison. By the way, Scott had 23.51 for fifth place. Scott is a pro on our series. Came up here, could not fish out of his boat, had issues, couldn't get it going again. Didn't want to go home. decided his fish as a co-angler. He's qualified again. He was in second place in Angler of the Year points. So class act, not going home, but he's got 23.51. Thank you for doing that, Scott. Anybody's ball game. We have the total weight after 3 days. We'll crown a champion. Yamamoto big toad of the tournament. Bill O'Sheehan locked that up with a 6-pound even fish on day 1. Justin Campbell had a 528. John Capers 501. Travis Whitney at 472. Gene Beatty at 4.7. Those 5 will get a check around $630 some odd for each of those. On the co-angler side, Richard Alcantar fishing today had a 545. Chris Rumble with a 501. Jason Picorni with 496. Will Wyman 462, and we had a tie with 436. 436. Very hot. I apologize for wiping sweat off. It's about 93 today, but it's less than it had been the last 2 days. I want to thank all the volunteers here, all the Wild West Bass staff. It takes about 12 to 14 people to run a great event. We got a computer wizard inside the trailer. He'll be figuring up our weights. He's also one of our cameramen that get out on the lake. This show will be aired on the Pursuit channel. Right now, probably fourth quarter. Working on that as we speak for airing times. We've already secured our permit for next year. We'll be back up here the first week of August. We've got our permit there. We're looking forward to that. We moved it a week later. I believe we have the boat races this same week. Next year we'll be back, so we didn't want to be on top of that. Also new this year, we will be here for one of our team circuits. 4 events in the Northwest, Oregon, Idaho, and Washington. We'll have most of them in Washington next year, and we hope to get all of you fishing and support us there on our team circuit. Also, we have an Apex Series. These anglers here are trying to qualify for that. This is the biggest field. We've grown every year, 67 boats. We had in the 70s here and had some issues with boats and tournaments that moved their dates that kept some anglers here. But I know we're ready to weigh some fish. They can weigh 5 bass, 12 inches minimum length. If they bring them up good and alive, no penalty. Very hard to keep a smallmouth bass alive when it's hot. They're penalized 0.25. So when you see this weight on the scales, you got to deduct 0.25 for every dead fish if these anglers have it. So we'll try to let you know who is going to win this event, who is the champion. Right now, I'm going to get our first place angler on the co-angler side to come up and talk with us a little bit. Mr. Luke Wilson. Luke, come out here, my friend. We're going to get you in the hot seat. Come on up, Luke. Let's give him a round of applause. Led this event and the points, man, after 3 events so far. So you want to come up here and just put a nail in the coffin, correct?
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping to do. You know, I didn't know what to expect. Never been here before, but you know, had a good few days and checked out every inch of this river. I mean, we went down below the dam the first day, up in the reach yesterday, back down below the dam today. I mean, 5 hours in the boat, you know, 6 hours probably. It was crazy.
Good fishery, though, correct?
Oh, it's awesome. Yeah.
Well, you had a good day, my friend. I know we'll hopefully talk to you a little bit later. I know you're here to host this first place trophy. I'm going to put you over here in the hot seat, my friend, until somebody knocks you off, and we'll see what we have. We're going to start at boat 10. Our last place angler that went out today had 21.53, Mr. Sam Villarreal. Sam, you ready? Come on over here, Sam. Let's get a couple. Grab a couple there, Sam. Let's get a picture, sir. Right in the middle there, Sam. Step up real close all the way to the front there, sir. They look bigger if you get closer to the camera. Sometimes that helps. Sam, I got you unofficially. We're going to need 454 to tie or knock Luke off right now. Let's see what we got, Steve. Look at here. How about let's get that indicator on there? How about, that's it. You ready? 1292, 1292, sir. Sam, I'm going to give you this microphone, buddy. Tell everybody about your week.
I had a great week this past week. I got to fish with Vince Sataro, a pro from California. Great guy, just all around good guy. The first day of fishing the tournament, I'd fished with Austin Bentz. We locked down. And he put me on some fish, some schooling fish, and we caught our limit. It was a good time. He has a pretty fast boat, really fast boat, high 70s. Got my blood pumping. Second day, I fished with Tate Webb. Everybody calls him a kid, but he's a young adult coming up. You're gonna hear his name a lot. Really good angler, young angler, and you're gonna hear Tate Webb a lot. Last day I fished with Jammin' Gene, I call him. We went out today and we had a blast. We went up river and we caught a few fish. He caught some nice fish and had a great time. Had a really great time this week, and I just thank you guys for coming up and bringing you guys up here. It's awesome.
Caught all you could today, my friend. That's a great bag and good start. Way to kick things off. Let's give him one more round of applause. Sam Villarreal, we're going to put you in the hot seat, Sam. Set it right there, my friend. We'll see how long we can keep Sam up. Next angler to the scales, Mr. Mason Maccabee. Had 21.61 coming in. Got a limit, Mason?
Got 5 alive.
Mason's got 5. Hop in the middle. There you go, Mason. Pretty smallmouth. You're going to see about 90% smallmouth weight here. You can win this event with largemouth, though. We had obviously a 6-pounder and several 4 and 5s that weighed in. Mason, let me get you a weight here, my friend. What do we need, sir? We need 1285, Mason, to knock Sam off the stool over here. Nice job today, Mason. 1692, guys. 1692. Mason, I'm going to give you this microphone. Tell everybody about your 3 days, man. That's pretty good.
I started day 1 with 9 fish. I worked as hard as I could to catch 5, and I dumped 2 big ones at the boat and really struggled to get 5 in the boat, but ended up having a nice day. And then day 2 I had a little over 13, and I don't know. I just stuck one rod in my hand all week and just went to work. I want to thank Stealth 6 Rods for my Carolina rig rod.
How many keepers today did you catch, Mason?
I think 6. That's it.
Just enough, man. I believe that's the biggest bag on the co-angler side this week, man. Good day to have it on day 3.
Thank you.
Mason Maccabee, everybody. Round of applause, folks. Grab that hot seat right there, Mason. See how that goes for you. Next up, in boat number 8, 22.18 the weight, Dustin Mervov up here next. Dustin, no stranger to winning our events. Want a beautiful Bass Cat Mercury package. Grab a couple there, Dustin. All good and alive. That's important today. No penalty here, as tight as it is. What do we need to take the lead, sir? We need 1636, my friend. Little short today, but going to have a good day nonetheless. 11:53, excuse me, 11:53. I'm going to give you the microphone, sir. Tell everybody about your week.
It was a good week, man. Started off fishing with a guy from the Delta, and I stuck a couple good 3-pounders right off the gate, my first 2 fish. That kind of held me through the first day, and then I drew Cody King the last 2 days, actually, in a row. And he knows this river well, so it was an awesome time. Learned a lot from him, and great experience coming up here.
3 great days of fishing, man. How many smallmouth did you catch in those 3 days?
Caught a lot of non-keepers, but, I mean, I had probably 7 to 9 keepers a day, probably. Lost a few here and there. They're kind of tough to keep on, no smallmouth.
This gentleman here can tell you about our championship. Our Pro-Am championship will be at the Delta this year. We after 4 events, we take the top 75. This gentleman qualified to fish that and won a beautiful Bass Cat Mercury package. Probably financing his way right now. I know he sold that to another angler. I see it all the time around Lake Shasta, man. But that's everybody's goal that's here to be and qualify for that event. Man, congratulations. I know you wanted a bigger bag today, but nonetheless, great job, Dustin.
Yeah, thank you guys a lot.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Next up, Isaiah Garza. Isaiah's 22-21 stringer. After 2 days, get you a couple there, my friend. We'll get you one fish today. Tough day for this young man. A great angler, qualified here. Going to get a nice check. We pay in 13 places on each side, by the way. Top 5 Yamamoto toads of the tournament. Isaiah, I'm going to give you this microphone here. Let's call this weight real quick. Tell everybody about your week, sir. That fish will be 183.
First of all, thank you all for coming out. This is a great event. I had a blast. Brandon Gee, he was a great angler on the first day. Had a lot of fun with him. He's a very good guy. Ended up knowing one of my cousins, so it was a blast out there. Second day, I went out with Matthew Nadeau. That guy can catch fish. He put me on the right stuff. Ended up catching 4 more pounds than I did on the first day. That really helped me get up here on stage. Very blessed, very thankful to be up here. I want to thank all my sponsors. Had a good week. Had one good keeper bite today, and put in the boat. And every opportunity I had was in the boat today. So very blessed to be out here. Thank you all for coming out.
Another round of applause for Mr. Garza. Thank you, my friend. We appreciate it. We got him for you. Thank you, sir. Congratulations again qualifying. Next angler, you ready, Steve? Mr. Philip Parker, 22-23. Let's see what we got, Philip. Grab a couple of those, Philip, and we'll get a picture, sir. Again, thanks to all of you for coming out. These guys really do appreciate it. The biggest crowd I've had in the Northwest was right here 3 years ago. We had probably 300 people here. 3 all alive so far, man. Good job, guys, taking care of your fish. What do we need back in the back? We need 1631. We're going to be close?
Not even close.
Let's get a weight and tell everybody about your week, sir. We're going to go 766 today. 766, sir.
It was a kind of a difficult week. My mom's in the ICU, or at least she was, and so I didn't even think I was going to be here at all. And this is my first Wild West tournament as well. So to be up on stage, that's amazing. That's amazing. But I've had great boaters. Went out with Ben Haynes, then Travis Williams, and then today Ron Mace. Ron Hobbs, excuse me.
He's watching on TV, so I guarantee you it won't come fish, but he's watching.
But it's been a great week. Really, really has. Really enjoyed it.
Glad you did, sir. Let's give him a round of applause. Hope your sickness in the family, man, is just a small thing, man. I hope she's doing good. How about the next angler, Mr. Scott Hellison? Scott, 2351, a great angler. Stayed up here, fished the co-angler side. Not where he wanted to be, but he hung in there and going to end up with some check. Made the best of a good thing. Grab a couple there, Scott. We're one.
Got 5-2.
Thank you, Scott. Got a couple little penalty on there.
Hey, come on.
I know. What happens, man? You can't, smallmouth bass, you just never know. I'm going to give you this microphone. Let me get a weight real quick, Scott.
Check.
There you go. You sound good, man. We need 1503. I believe we're going to be a little short. We got 2 dead fish, 0.50. We got 1529. Does that take the lead?
I got the lead,
with 2?
Nelson. Get out of my chair.
1579, guys. 1579 right now. Tell everybody about your week, sir.
Man.
I know it didn't go like you wanted, but
Yeah,
this could be a surprise.
Yeah, you know, I came up here to try to win an Angler of the Year on the pro side. Drug my wife and son up here with me 16 hours in a little truck with 3 wiener dogs. And they did pretty good 94% of the time. You know, minimal cuss words. But anyway, we made it up here. You know, I practiced. Trolling motor took a dump on the second day of practice, so I switched over to the coast side. And, you know, it's not where I wanted to be, but hey, I want to congratulate Luke Johns on a great year. He's an awesome young angler, obviously, and couldn't happen to it. He came up to me yesterday, and when I walked off the stage, and he said, you know, I was looking forward to shooting it out with you. And I said, I know it's a bummer, but I'll get you next year. So,
what do you think, man? A good day, though. You got the lead right now. Just a few anglers left away. I know you came up second in Angler of the Year. I know the Apex Tour is on your mind as well.
Yeah, I'll be fishing the Apex next year for sure. That was the goal this season, to qualify for that. I want to thank the guys that traveled with me as well, Mason, Pat, Austin Bonjour. They've helped all year long put together, the patterns at every lake. So, obviously I show success having finished high up on the Angler of the Year list, but it doesn't happen without all the guys you work together with. So thanks to all them. And yeah, awesome week. Caught a bunch of fish. It's a freaking awesome river. And today went well. Got to thank Mark Lasagna. I'm going to give him that.
We call him Lasagna.
I call him Lasagna too. So. He put us around a couple awesome schools of fish, and, I got him. So
let's give him a round of applause, folks. Scott Hellison, your new leader right now. We grab that seat, Scott. Let's see how long you can hold on to it, sir. Next up, Mr. Richard Alcantar. Richard has also not only fishing today, but he's looking for the Angler of the Year title. Richard weighed at 13 and some change. He also had our big fish on the co-angler side, Yamamoto toad at 545. Richard needs to beat Luke by 5 places to win our co-angler of the year. These anglers will stand real close up there, man. There you go, right in the middle. There you go. Got 5 all alive. That's a good thing. Richard fishing very well this year. What do we need to take the lead, number 1? Richard, we need 1472. I'm going to let you hold this microphone a second.
Not even close.
Angler of the Year trophy is not a bad deal if it doesn't. That is a little short of knocking the lead off. 1088. Let's give him a round of applause, though. 1088. Richard, tell us about your 3 days, my friend. This talented young angler here.
Well, first of all, Randy, I want to thank you for putting on a great event. All your events were great this year. I mean, I had a hell of a run. I mean, cut a check in all 4 tournaments, made the top 10 in 3 of them. Got a big fish on the Delta, right?
Really big, 13 plus. How many of you out there caught a 13-pounder in your life? In the back of a boat, man. Early in the morning, correct? That was an early morning fish, man. Made your day start out right.
And I lost one over 6 on the first day of this tournament as well. All 3 of my great fishermen, great guys, every single. That's one thing that, going back in all the years that I've fished Pro-Ams, I've always had good partners. I mean, there's so many good fishermen out there. And the guys that I fished with this tournament, Vince Hurtado on the first day put me on some big fish. I only brought in 4, but the ones that I caught were good. Yesterday, Mark Lassane, same thing. Probably fished a lot of the same areas, a lot of good fish over there. And today with David Crum. Yeah. That guy's a stud. He's a local, and he's a stud. I mean, for me to weigh what I weighed in today, it was a struggle because that guy's a vacuum cleaner out there. He catches fish here. Yeah, that's about it.
Richard's not going to take the lead, obviously, but shooting for that Angler of the Year, did a great job. Let's give him one more round of applause. Richard, hang close, my friend. We're going to hand that trophy off in just a minute, sir, for Angler of the Year as well. 3 more anglers left to weigh. Mr. Fred Pearl coming up. Fred, 24-4. 24-4. Grab a couple there. Let's get a picture.
He's got 5 alive.
5 alive. Fred, we got to have some big ones in there. Not today. Let me give you this microphone. Need 1441 to take the lead. A little short, but going to go 644, sir. 644, not quite enough there, but tell everybody about your 3 days, sir.
Well, I had a blast, I had some good pros, and we were on them. Today was tough, and I'd like to thank my family for being there, my buddy Danny Sheldon for bringing me, and everything was good, my pros were really good. Really good pros, and thank you guys for coming out.
Great job, Mr. Pearl. Thank you for qualifying, sir. And then there were 2. Mr. Jody White coming up next. Jody, 24-7. See a picture there, Jody? No? You sure? Let's get a picture here, man. We can make you look good. Let's get a weight on that, Jody. I'm going to give you the microphone, my friend. Let me get a weight here, and you tell everybody about your experience in 3 days. Not what you wanted today, but you still made the cut. You're going to go 449, sir. 449
You know,
today.
I had a great trip. Mark asked me to come up here. I had never been to the Columbia River. I always heard about the wind. I don't know what they're talking about. The last 3 days were awesome. Had a lot of fun. All my pros were good. Fished with Travis Witten today. That guy's an animal. He's a great fisherman, and he's gonna he got a pretty decent bag today. So we'll see what happens. So, anyways, thanks.
Congratulations, sir. And then there was one, Hector. Are you there, Hector? Come up here just a second, my friend, before we weigh it. Introduce Hector here with the city here. I'm going to give you the microphone here. You want to tell these folks anything at all today, sir?
Yes, we'd like to welcome everyone. Thank you. Hope you all had a good time. I'm Hector Cruz with Visit Tri-Cites. And again, we welcome everyone to our great destination here. As you know, we have a great fishery here with the mighty Columbia River, but we also have the confluence here of the Yakima and Snake Rivers that meet up here. So a lot of great outdoor recreation. But again, hopefully everyone had a chance to take it all in, and we congratulate everyone here today that is going to be taking trophies. But then also we welcome you all back to come back and check us out here in the near future as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Hector. I'm going to hand this trophy here off to you. One of these two men up here on stage, you're going to get that. Let's get our leader up here, Luke Wilson, one more time. He's got 5 alive. He's got 5. No penalty today. We're going to put them in the bag. Luke. What do we need back there? Compute. 1274 to tie. 1275 to win. Come on over here, Scott. Let's see. Making sure. What could it be? Scott Hellison, your champion today, guys. Great job today. Scott would come back. Scott, stay right there. We got Hector here. Is going to give you that trophy. Let me take care of your fish. Stand right in the middle, sir. Right in the middle right there, Scott. There you go. Now we get a better shot. Come on down here in the front, too, Scott. A minute, grab right in the middle and hold that above your head. Again, class act coming up here to fish and staying. It paid off for him. Going to have a great $5,000 payday for Scott. Got you. Folks, that was all our callingers right now. We're going to start our pros here in a minute. They should be on the way up here with their bags. I've got 2 presentations that I want to make here in just a second. First off, I want to get our Pro Angler of the Year, Wild West Bass Pro-Am Angler of the Year up here. I believe he is here. I have not seen him a second, but I want to get him up here to his trophy. Mr. Luke Johns here. Are you here, Luke? Congratulations. Let's give him a round of applause. 4 events. He is our top angler on the pro side. Great young man. Didn't qualify to fish today, Luke. Congratulations, young man. I'm very proud for you. This is a great champion here. I'm going to let you hold this just a second, my friend. I'm going to let you grab this microphone, and I know you got a lot to say. Your family's here. I know they're very proud of you here. They came up. Let me give you this microphone, sir, and tell everybody about your week and all year.
Yeah, this year's just been phenomenal. Last year was my first year fishing the Pro-Ams, and I ended up winning one of the events. And I kind of thought to myself, I kind of started a little too strong, and it was going to be really hard to, come up and beat what I did last year. So to have a shot at AOY and end up winning it, it was phenomenal. The anglers that fish this are world class. I mean, a lot of these guys could go back and fish the elites or fish MLF. So there's some really stiff competition, and it's such a rewarding feeling to beat them in just one event. But to do it all year consistently, I don't even know how to put it into words. It's phenomenal. But I really couldn't do it without all the people who support me. As always, my parents come to every event, so that means so much to me. And, all the sponsors on my jersey, they're the people who let me do this, day in and day out. I got to give a special shout out to the guys over at CNC Marine. I called them last week. I had a fuel gauge go out. They got me in the next day and got that fixed. And up here, you know, I was making a super long run, so having that fuel gauge was super crucial. On top of that, Buck and Bass, the people over there have been phenomenal. Will gives me a call or a text every event, you know, wish me luck. And, you know, all the other people, General Tire, Yamamoto, Super Clean, Dobbins Rods, Torch Eyewear, all those people who back me up, you know, thank you. It really means a lot to me. And I just wanted to say, great job to all the other pros. It was great fishing against you. And good job, Scott. I mean, glad you at least won it on the co-side. So we'll have to battle out again next year. And again, great job, Ken Ma. You're a phenomenal angler and a great mentor to look up to. So thank you, everybody, for coming out. I appreciate you all.
Wild West Bass Angler of the Year, Luke Johns. Hold it up right there, my friend. One more picture. Very proud. I know it's tough being a tall man. Luke, great job. Set that right there for me, my friend. I need to use that in just a second. I'll tell you why. Come back up here in just a little bit when we get done. We're going to get just a few more pictures. Great job, Luke. Our co-angler, Wild West Bass Co-Angler of the Year. Came down to the last day battle, but again, our leader coming into day one didn't win, but he did win Wild West Bass Co-Angler of the Year, Mr. Luke Wilson. Luke's trophy got damaged in shipping. We're going to use this one, my friend, for pictures. Congratulations, young man. I know you didn't win, but Co-Angler of the Year, something to be proud about.
Oh, man, I'm stoked. Like, obviously, I want to win, but Angler of the Year, that's something special. It's not easy to do. Got to give a shout-out to Richard, man. We last day. It was a blast, you know. We were always joking with each other, you know, and just got to give props to him. He's a great angler and came down to the end, and I'm so stoked. I don't know what else to say. Keep it short. Get those guys weighed.
We'll do that. We'll get hold that up for me right here in the middle with pictures. We'll get your cup to you here just as soon as we can. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. Congratulations. Let's give him one more round of applause. Get it. That comes with entry fees for next year, too, as well, so a good payday nonetheless. Steve, you ready? Let's get our leader right now up here and put him in the hot seat, Mr. Ronald Mace with 38-16. Ron, I'm going to shake your hand. Tell everybody about your week, man. You fish the river pretty much every day when you get a chance. You won a lot of money here. The bite's tough. Tell everybody how you did it this week.
Well, we have a tournament next weekend, so I'm not going to give you a whole lot of info. How about we'll wait till the end, and then I'll talk about it.
That's even good. You won't tell much, though, will you?
I'll tell you more than I probably did. But yeah,
I know he wouldn't get much. So, Ron, we're going to put him in the hot seat over here. Hold off, see how long he can stay. Apologize for the mics today. We got some radio interference somewhere. All right, on to our luckiest angler of the day. Was sleeping this morning, I'm sure, when we got to talk. Mr. Jacob Anderson, he was in 13th place coming into the day. Had 28.63, needs some almost 10 pounds. 9.54 to take the lead. 9.54 to get Ron off the seat over here. Gentleman showed up this morning with a beautiful Bass Cat Mercury package. And showed out. Maybe he took opportunity. Let's see what he did with his opportunity here, Steve. Let me get the weight, Jacob, and then we'll. Good job, sir. That's going to put you in first place right now. 12.37. 12.37. Jacob, I'm going to give you the microphone, sir. Tell everybody about your experience. I know you didn't think you'd be out here today.
I did not think I was going to be here today. Oh, I get to hold it and everything. Yeah, no, I just feel blessed and honored to be able to go out today. You know, the circumstances, of course, aren't ideal when somebody doesn't feel well and you get in because they aren't able to fish. But we went out and had fun. You know, the two things I really want to say, I just want to compliment Wild West on a great event, good organization the whole way through. They took care of lock times early, communicated that information to us so we could pre-practice appropriately. Those are the little things that separate professionally ran circuits from circuits that maybe aren't as efficient. So really appreciate all those little things that you guys took control over. And then want to thank Justin Campbell again for just giving me a call early this morning and saying, hey, I'm not feeling well. So gave me time to plug in my batteries, get fuel, get ice, all the stuff I needed to do. Last thing I want to say is my co-anglers this week have all been awesome. I got 3 draws this week. I fished a bunch of different events with co-anglers. I've never had co-anglers like this. So all 3 of them were just awesome. Y'all know who you are. So thank you, Wild West.
Got him in a hot seat here, man. I'm glad it worked out for you so far. Went right to the lead. Next angler up, our 10th place angler, Mr. Hayden Lee, with 29.75, making a name for himself. Great young angler here. Grab a couple, Hayden. We'll get a picture here. A lot of you heard about Robert Lee, Hayden's father, but Hayden's making a name for himself. Great young angler. What do we need to take the lead? We need 11.26 to take the lead. How many we got in there? Hayden, let's see what we got, man. Good job today, sir. 14.21, sir. 14.21. I'm going to give you the microphone here, sir, and we'll get you in the hot seat in just a second. But tell everybody about your 3 days.
Yeah, that was more than I thought I had. I guess I only I had 5 big ones bite today, but I only got 3 of them. So I was fishing shallow like a lot of guys, and I don't know. We get a lot more pressure in California, so I applied a lot of those tactics. But I'd catch them on something different every day, you know. So anyway, I want to thank Hooked Bait and Tackle, their new shop in Ione. So if you're ever in Ione, California, swing in, but I don't think it's a ways. But and Wild West, thanks. I like it up here. It's awesome. Thanks, Gene, all you local guys. You guys are awesome. I like you guys. I'm coming up here again. So, yep, that's it.
Thank you, Hayden Lee. Let's give him another round of applause. Great job, young man. All right, all right. Next up, Mr. Mark Lassane. Mark is the publisher of Bass Angler Magazine. Has been fishing well this year. Got a team event down in Northern California here to his credit win today. Running a Bass Cap Mercury package as well. We had 3 in the top 10 fishing today. Trying to qualify for that Quest money up to $7,500 available for these guys. Mark got 5 all alive. Got those good live wells. Mark, we need 14.14, sir. I'm going to give you the microphone so you can talk here. Let's see what the weight is, and I'll take care of your fish. 14.14 to take the lead.
Yeah, I don't think so.
13.10. 13.10, just a little short, Mark.
Well, that's about 2 pounds more than I thought I had. It was a challenging day. I've been catching them either on top or 20 feet deep, you know, throwing a little river to sea, bubble pop, topwater fish, usually getting about 5 to 7 a day, and then throwing a shaky head down about 20 feet. Today, everything was different. We threw all that out the window. I had one about 6 pounds blow up on the top water, take it under, maybe had him on for a half a second, and that was it for my topwater bite. And then my non-boater, Scott, you probably saw him up here. He had a big bag, and all day long it was I would throw over here, and then he'd throw over here, he'd catch a big one, and I'd throw over there, and he'd throw over there, and he'd catch a big one, and all day long it was like, oh, man. It was rough. But you know what? I want to thank everybody out here. This was a great event, fun, just, you know, happy to make the top 10. Wild West does such a great job. You know, you guys need to come out and fish it. You guys that haven't fished this before, you know, come out and do this. And, you know, those pro-ams are great. The AMs are great. You know, it's really, really a fun event. I'd like to, you know, take a second to thank my sponsors, Price Sims, Family Dealerships, they a bunch of dealerships in the Bay Area. So if you're over there looking for a Toyota, a Ford, a Mercedes, you know, we can get you a great deal. Aquaview, you know, unfortunately, you know, in practice you can't use the Aquaview, but if you could use it in this place, you'd probably just be sick, all the fish you'd see, because I see them on my Garmin Live Scope all day swimming around, and I know if I lowered the Aquaview down, I would see a bunch of them. So those guys, Kuma rods, you know, I used one rod, 7-foot medium heavy for the popper and also the shaky head. Worked really good. Angler, the app company, you know, I use that to mark all these waypoints and all these fish. So, you know, really a great set of sponsors, and happy to have them. Thanks to Wild West, and appreciate you guys.
Mark Lassane, Bass Angler Magazine, and a great angler in his own right. Be sure and look this publication up. It is quarterly, all color. Next up, Mr. Zachary Schaff. Zachary, $29.84 for 2 days. Zach, I don't see any big tails. Well, I don't know. There's some good fish in there, man. You happy with your day? Grab a couple. Let's get a picture real quick before we put them on the scales. We need 14-13 to take the lead. Good job taking care of your fish today, guys. Got 5 a limit. Need 14 and some change to take the lead. Just a little short. 11:38 today. 11:38. Let's give him a round of applause. Zachary, I'm going to give you the microphone. I know you got some people to thank, I'm sure.
Thank you. I certainly do. I want to thank my family, my wife, for letting me come out here and do all this fishing. Those are my sponsors, really. And, you know, had a fun week. I'm glad to make the top 10, but certainly was a little disappointed with today. Fishing changed, like Mark said. Fishing changed for me too. Mark and I were fishing in the same area, and it just kind of got different today. So what I was doing, stopped working after about the first hour today, and in that hour I lost 7 fish. So that's just not good. And I lost quite a few fish this week. So execution played a big role into my outcome this week, but the fish are certainly there. You know, I'm looking to get them next year. Hopefully y'all come back, and I'll be here.
Great job, Zach. Thank you, my friend. We appreciate it. Special shout out to Three Rivers Tackle. Those folks have helped us here. They had a meet and greet on Wednesday night for our anglers. We appreciate that. They're actually helping us every day of our fish release, taking care of our anglers, and brought water and snacks. We appreciate it very much. Next up, Mr. Michael Manikowski. Michael had 30.27. Only 8 pounds out of the lead coming in, and got a good bag of fish. He got 5, no penalties. Come on, right in the middle there, Mike. There you go. Stand real close there to the. $13.70 is what we're looking for, Mike. $13.70 to get you in the lead, sir. Let's see what we have. We got a new leader. How about 1686? 1686, Michael. I'm going to give you the microphone. Tell us about your 3 days, sir. Did very well today.
Thank you. I had a great time. I got in this late, paid the penalty, and I didn't think I'd have as much fun as I had, actually. There's no wind. That was beautiful. We had a great time and caught a lot of fish today. I caught a lot of fish every day. Caught 9 walleye one day, 3 the next, and he caught 3 today. And what was your bag today, Mason? 16. So, I mean, he stuck the first 4.5 before I put a bait on, and he stuck the last 4.5 an hour ago. So, I mean, we had a great time. And I want to thank my sponsors, the ones on my shirt, and appreciate you guys coming up here. And I want to say prayers for the 2 guys that are sick. You know, you guys know them. So, we appreciate it, man.
Grab that hot seat, Michael. Let's see how long we can stay. Yes, sir. Mel Williams also was entered in this event, past champion here of the Columbia River Open. And hopefully he's back on the men. Next up, Mr. Cody King. Cody, no stranger to win these events. 30.68. Grab a couple, Cody. 30.68 after 2 days. Five fish, all alive. Good job, Cody. What's the magic number we need? Cody, we need 1646. We're going to be close?
We're going to be a little short.
Good week nonetheless, though. Let's see what weight we do have. Cody, $12.99 today, sir. $12.99. Great job this week. Here's your microphone, my friend. Why don't you tell everybody about your 3 days?
Well, my 3 days, my fish pulled the disappearing act pretty much the whole time. I had 3 groups located down below that disappeared today, and it's just a tough week. I want to congratulate the guys that caught them really good, and thank you guys for coming out, and thanks to the Ratchfords for putting me up again.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Great job. 4. Next up, we got sticks left. A lot of sticks. Mr. David Crom. David 3081 coming in. If we could get these guys to come south a little bit, they good a fishermen as we have in the country in the Northwest, but such a long drive here anywhere to fish up other than up here in the Northwest, but we get them down south to fish with us sometimes. David, we need 16:33. Man, we're going to be close, it looks to me like. 16:33 to take the lead. David Crom. 13.94. 13.94, David. Not what you wanted today, but you still had a good week. Tell everybody about your 3 days in your practice.
I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun for sure. Like Cody just said, the fish just kind of did a disappearing act. It was tough to keep up with them all week, and it's a grind out there right now. And hats off to the guys that caught them really good because they did a great job this week. And the river's kind of in a weird deal. We got that pond weed that's everywhere, makes it really tough. A lot of places you can't even get to where you want to fish, let alone make a cast. But it was fun, and we want to thank Wild West for coming out here. And I definitely want to give a big thank you to Willie and Nixon's Marine and Camus and Mercury. A great new boat. If anybody's in the market for a new boat, this Camus is it's the real deal. You guys need to check it out and appreciate everything that Nixon's does for us and Wild West.
Thank you, Mr. Crom. Always supports us when we come to town, and a great angler anywhere he fishes. Next up, with 30.95, Mr. Gene Beatty. Gene, always subject to win any event here. Grab a couple, Gene. We'll get your picture here, sir. Good job, Gene. Staying real close there to the front there. There we go. We need 16 and we need 16-19, Gene. 16-19 to get over here and sit in this seat a little bit.
I'd love to kick him off.
16-22. 16-22. Point three, sir. Gene, tell everybody about your week, sir. It turned out today pretty good so far.
Oh, yeah. First, I want to thank my wife for putting up with me and making me nice little notes every day that kind of gives me a little motivation, because if you'd asked me Thursday if I could have my money back, I'd have took it. Terrible practice. Like everybody's saying, these fish are super tough to catch right now. I made a decision yesterday, ran 70 miles that way, and it paid off. And I went back there again today, and it paid off again. But thanks to Wild West, you guys are awesome. I think I'm going to come down to California next time you guys are down there and visit. So other than that, congratulations to the guys back here. You know, it was really tough to get up this morning at 3:30 when you're 7 pounds behind. So, you know, we got to love the sport.
Gene, great job, sir. That got you in front. Have a seat there, Gene. Unless you want to give that seat up, man. We'll find somebody to sit in it. See how long we can keep you in that chair. Travis Whitney up next. 34.98 coming in. 34.98. 34.98. We'll get a picture here. We got 5. That's a good job. Set them in that bag right there, Travis.
Got one large.
One largemouth in there. What weight do we need? We need 12.20 to take the lead, correct? We need 12.20. Let's see what we got. May have been a short time, Gene, but hey, you sat there. Look at this bag of fish. We got 17.49, sir. 17.49. Nice job today. I'm gonna give you this microphone, but tell everybody about your week.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. I'm kind of shocked to be up here. Like everybody's touched on, pre-fishing was tough. Fish are really spread out, so we just covered a lot of ground on some key areas, cycled through several areas, and each day worked out. I'm shocked I'm up here. But big thanks to my family for showing up. Another special thanks. My boat broke down on the first day, and had a friend, Jeremy Percifield. He ended up loaning me his boat. I wouldn't be able to do this without having a boat. So big thanks. Thank you, Jeremy. So thank you. And thank you guys for coming. Appreciate it.
Grab a seat in that chair right now. Let's see how long we can keep you there. Travis. All right, 2 left, correct? We only got 1? What about Jacob? Yep. We got 1 lane left. Mr. Ron Mace, you sure? That's all we got? Let's bring him up here. 38-16, our tournament leader. Grab a couple, Ron. Let's get a picture. That's the right kind. That's 2 nice fish there. The other 3 are pretty good, too. Steve, are all of them alive? We get only 4 fish today, Ron?
Yeah, no.
You got 5.
I got one that deceased.
Got you. We got 1 deceased. That's 0.25 off our weight. That being said, what do we need? We need 1431 to tie, which means we're going to need plus 25. You think so? Hold on just a second. What do you think, Ron? You done good in every event we've had here.
Yeah, I've been blessed, you know. Let's weigh him, and then I'll talk to you.
He said he would talk. Now, we're going to get something out of him here. Let's get a weight here. Hector's got it. That's heavy, Hector. Get ready, my friend. One of these 2 gentlemen here. Travis, stand on up here, Travis. Stay right there. Let's see what we got. What do we need again? What do we need again? Had to double check. We need 14 and some change. We got that covered. How about 20.42? 24.2. Congratulations, man. I'm proud for you right now. Hector, grab that. Let me get these fish out of here. That is very heavy. Stand right in the middle there if you will, Ron, if you can. I know it's tough. You can hold it. That is about 38 pounds of trophy, by the way. Very rare. Show everybody at home that trophy. Let me move stuff here. Ron, you can set that right here for now. We're going to go downstairs in just a minute and get some pictures. I'm going to stand right over here, sir. I'm going to give you the microphone. Tell everybody how they can go out there and catch that kind of fish here on the Columbia River.
All right, I got a couple things. I first got to, it's going to be boring. I got to thank my family. I got to thank my wife. I mean, she lets me play. My dad. All my friends, my buddies. Okay, now, the first day, I was charging largemouth and ran into a pile of smallmouth. So I had my limit really quick, and then I called a lot the first day. They weren't all giants, but at least I called them. The second day, it was a little tougher. It took about 2 hours to catch a limit, and I ended up catching about 30 or so. And today was scary. But the only thing that saved me was the first 15 minutes I caught a 4-pound largemouth. So that kind of makes you feel a little better when you're leading, because the only thing you can do when you lead is lose. So I caught that 4-pound largemouth and then started going through. I ended up catching 3. I actually caught a couple on the camera, which was kind of cool. And then just patiently kind of worked my way through, caught 5 good ones, and then lost a couple big ones. I gotta thank my partners. Every partner I had was amazing. They didn't cut you off. They didn't cast around you anywhere. They fished their own fish. They did a great job. I gotta thank Wild West. Thank you for coming up here. I mean, you guys, the amazing fishermen that you guys have, thank you for bringing them up. Them California guys, they found stuff that I've been fishing this thing since I was 12. And they found stuff, I'm like, how did they find that? And it's got to be the electronics, because these guys, us up here, we do not know how to run that stuff. We don't do that. We cover miles of shoreline, mark a fish, miles of shoreline, mark another fish, and typically those fish will stay there, and hopefully you go cycle through them and you can catch them. So that's about all I have. It's I'm throwing a little bait in shallow water, and I'm working them kind of like a jerkbait. So it's like I said, I have a tournament next weekend, so I'm not going to give all you jokers an upper hand on me, because this was a lucky deal. I mean, I hate beating Justin like this, because that guy is a stick, and the fact that he's sick hurts my feelings. I wanted to beat him heads up, and I want Mel Williams, you got to get better too, dude. You guys got to fight this, and we all got to take this COVID stuff serious. I mean, those guys are very healthy people, and if they're sick, it can happen to any of us, and we absolutely got to take care of ourselves. So that's it. What else? Thank you.
Ron Mace here, Columbia River Open, presented by Tri-Cities, champion. Great job, Ron. I'm proud for you, man. Is that the biggest trophy you got now?
It's the biggest.
That's what we want. I want to put that dead center of your mantle. We appreciate it. If you would come down here in the front, we're going to get some pictures here. Ron, let's give him one more round of applause. You're champion. Be careful there, Ron. That's heavy. I'll get out of the way if you'll stand right in the middle and hold that above your head. Can you do that? That is tough to do, Ron. There you go. Awesome job, Ron. Congratulations, sir. Great. Guys, I'm going to ask you all, thank you again for taking care of your fish. Thank you for supporting the Wild West Bass. Come fish our team series next year. You guys that are sticks, come fish with us for Pro-Am. We got a lot of guys from the Northwest and ladies that fish with us. Come down south and fish with us, guys. We're trying to build something here in the West for you guys that you can be proud of here and come support us here, not just here on the Columbia, but everywhere. But we appreciate it very much. Couldn't be here out of our national sponsors. I want to go through those again as well. I want to thank Three Rivers Tackle as well for being our host here. Sportsman's Warehouse sponsorship. Thank you guys for that. Bridgeford Foods, Bass Cat Boats, Mercury Marine, Garmin, Hook Performance Fishing, Super Clean, Yamamoto Custom Baits, Fitzgerald Fishing, Torch Eyewear, Power Pole, P-Line, Duo International, Woo Tungsten, Wood Brothers Flooring, Buck Knives, Lure Lock, Valley Fashions, Bob's Machine Shop, Ben Green Insurance, Boatmasters, Limit Out Marine, Genesis Graphics, Daniel Hernandez Laser and Art Engraving. We couldn't be here without it. Everybody here are volunteers, folks in the city here in the Tri-Cities. Thank you for being our host. We look forward to coming back the first week of August next year. Thanks to all the Water Patrol and everybody that took care of us here. Lockmasters, thank you so much for working with us this week. Please call us at the office, working on the schedule for next year. We got plaques for the top three. We'll get that to you here, guys. Top three on Pro and Co. Please stay close. We need to get pictures here. We'll have that announced just as soon as we can. Be safe going home. We will see you soon. Thank you so much for watching.